this lesson. Start with this lesson. Keeping healthy. Just look at the lesson for 2 minutes. Silence is going to prevail now to think of the 4 C's. Go ahead. We need to know the content, the communication,
Cognition,
and culture. Now, I think you thought of it. In pairs, tell your partners what you have found. Share your findings. Share your findings. Okay. Fine. Now we'll think of the 4 C's. Have your thoughts come to match? Are they matching? Or there are any differences? Sometimes and sometimes. But, okay, let us start with the content. What is the content here? Keeping? This is the title. Yes. Yeah, the title, and this is the main core of the lesson. Do you agree?
yes, yes.
You all agree? This is the content. You're not. Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody?
Okay. And then,
Where is the culture?
This is the culture, keeping healthy as a sample. Keeping healthy. Yes,
The same thing, are you sure?
Yes, I think it's culture.
The title is the same thing,
Keep your body healthy. So do this activity 2 days every day, 2 times.
Exercise.
Anybody else? Just me and my work. Maybe
Okay.
your routine, yes. What you
Culture can
have.
be seen in the pictures that they represent, culture of the Western culture, teenagers' culture, teenagers.
Just figure out something.
Lifestyle.
lifestyle, exactly.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Here in investigate, we have investigate how your body works best. This is trying to attract the attention to oneself. It's the same. I'm caring about myself. This is culture. This is related to the culture of myself within the culture, the bigger culture that I'm living in. Okay, and then we have communication. How does this lesson help communication? Yes.
And talk about yourself.
Okay. What else?
So this is a good chance to talk, to express how you keep your body healthy. So you can talk about and do more and more about what you do.
Okay. What else? Yes. Okay. So
Activities between the friends, how different activities can make a difference to the way the communication between the friends.
Okay. Do you agree? You agree here? Communication between friends. Here we have the pyramid of what is to be cut down and what is to be taken or what do we have to have. It's totally different from the food pyramid, by the way. It's totally different. And Brainwave is a book that has at the end of each unit a page, a full 2 pages for CLIL, relating it to other subjects. Okay? It's an English book, by the way. And finally, cognition. Thinking skills, the 3. Yes.
First one, brainstorming.
Brainstorming.
From something we should every day. Let's tell that.
Okay.
Let us think of something.
Thinking. To raise the awareness of oneself. Okay, yes, Noor?
Insight. It means the person can understand the other people's habit, and he can understand himself and his own habits also.
Thank you. Yes?
I think the investigate section is directly hitting or tackling the cognition.
Okay.
So it's like I've had a session about this. Is to think beyond
thinking.
learning, beyond the lesson. So especially the last question. To imagine if you were a sport coach, what would you do?
Yes.
So this is directly cognition.
Yes. This is directly to cognition. That's right. We have here listing. When I ask students to something you should do every day, I'm asking him to make a list. Let us see exactly. Content is ways to keep healthy. Here, the students are reflecting on oneself, on themselves here, and they are imagining to be something else. They might categorize the food they should eat or the things that they should do. They make lists, they analyze, and they apply on how to develop on themselves. Communication, here asking and answering about personal habits. Investigating about the ways how the body works, and talking about healthy habits in one's family and culture. Let us now apply. I need groups of 6. Can we do 6? Yes? Yes, 6, please. 6, please. Application is needed. Application. Can I have a group of 6? 6, please. And we have a minimum of 4. Okay. Yes. Yes. 6. You will be given lessons, two different lessons, either math or science. Just read the lessons carefully and try to get us there. Okay. So what's exactly going to be done?
Carefully and find.
Reading?
Carefully and find the forces.
Okay. Okay. Can you work? Can you work with them, please? It's not necessary to be the title. It might be related to something else. So I don't know.
هنا هي Communication.
How to sell and buy. And buy.
How to make a good deal.
Honeybees, can you tell me the OC on this lesson, please?
Can we listen?
Read the concepts. Okay, great. Easy thing, okay. Second thing,
As a culture,
can you tell me the culture?
as a culture, the way of doing their works, activity, interaction between them, how can bees do their honey and their routine.
Is this related to our culture?
Yes, it helps us to do the same in cooperation.
Do you agree? Do you agree?
Okay, one point is that they will work in groups, so the group working events on culture and how they can organize themselves. Number two, they will, can I speak?
Yeah?
Okay, they will, I think they will tell stories about the insects and so on. So they will depend on their background knowledge. This goes back also to culture.
Yes, how can I read the culture? How can we?
Because if you, okay, they will depend on stories from their own life, from their background life, their ideas, their life. Excuse me?
You get stick or something?
Yeah, maybe some one of them.
Miserable memory?
No, because if you
I
have.
think I totally agree with him that maybe the culture point is in the right story about an insect in real life. So I think maybe the concept of an insect is different between country and another.
Yes.
Or between maybe a city and another. Between
Yes,
if
maybe
you
you can see the
yes.
differently.
Yes, different. You can see the bee different if you live in a city or live in a village or something like that. So this is the culture point.
Sometimes we use it as a cure,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, this goes back to our culture.
Our culture here means the relation between the students. They respect each other. They take turns in when they cut out, for example. They respect each other.
It's one thing, it's one part of the culture. It's one part of the culture,
Yeah.
but also we can relate this to our culture. How can we use the honey? Do we like bees? Do we don't like bees? We don't like to see them. Do we like to cure ourselves by by the bees? Something like this.
How do we
This is
benefit
our
from them?
culture, yes.
Yeah, I think most importantly that you can maneuver the word culture in terms of adding more aspects. Like, what do you do? What's very common about bees? It's like if your target aspect is to work and commitment and being dedicated,
Okay.
and they are lazy, so you want to teach them this aspect. So that's a great part that you can take a culture, and then you can cater for the aspects you want to do for students, just like dedication. So I think it's very great areas that you can tailor it to whatever you want to do.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the bees? Something related to you?
Related bees remind me was working groups
Yeah.
and sharing and just dedication and commitment.
Right. Okay. Okay. Anybody tell me about the communication in this lesson?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess the activity about the team project, it's a very nice activity for communication because working in groups or in a team, it helps build a lot of communication skills between the students. The idea of that, they accepting each other, the discussion they have to just agree on something to do concerning the project. And in this project idea, the language itself becomes the medium or the means that they use. It's not the goal they are looking for. Their main task or their main object would be to finish or fulfill the project by using the language. And this is what we want them to do, actually, not to focus on the language. They will do it spontaneously, use the language to fulfill the task. So this is mainly the communication skills that they will learn through doing the project, discussion, brainstorming, and accepting the other people's opinion, agreeing, disagreeing, and how to find somewhere in between to agree on.
Okay. Any other opinion?
And then we have the cognition.
Cognition can be identifying the insects themselves, these creatures, and okay, and also identifying their habits and how we can relate to ourselves.
Okay. Okay. Here it is.
Content, life cycle, cognition, ordering, describing, communication. Use features, drinks with sugar or honey, something like that. Culture. Some countries dictionary abacure or something like that.
Okay. And now, with this lesson, the math. What is the main content here? What is the knowledge? Mathematical operations, right? Right. Yeah, it's how to subtract, add, multiply, and divide. Okay. And then the communication. Where? Where is the real life situation?
Buying and selling from here. Kate wants to buy paint, so she goes to the supermarket and.
So we are putting them in simple case studies.
Yes,
something like that.
Use them. Yes.
And here, what do you think of this?
Culture.
This is culture.
Culture.
Okay.
Because this is common in some countries, and so that's it.
Okay. Anything else?
Can be culture and communication at the same
As
time.
well, yes.
Yes,
This is what I'm focusing on now. That we don't have to think of an exercise as separate C.
Yes.
We might have one exercise catering the same point.
Yes, same point, yes.
Here we are having communication, and we also have culture.
Yes.
And the main content here is adding, subtracting, and transferring money into coins or coins into money.
Yes.
It has a lot. And by that I might be listing or counting or using any of these.
Yes, or using a supermarket language also can be used in this situation.
Okay, and here respect and
Yes,
collaboration might be
yes.
applied.
Yes.
Because when I count the money and I give it to, there is a code of ethics.
Yes, cashier and so on.
So, if we are to talk about, and the activities are tailored, by the way, in this book in a very, very nice way. I'm not making the books, I'm not publishing for the books or something like that, but actually speaking, here, this lesson, we learn about money, counting, addition and subtraction. We differentiate between addition and subtraction. There is analysis here. Here is in exercise A, we have analysis.
Addition and multiplying.
Yeah. Addition and multiplying, yes.
Also, it could be comparing the prices and to be a good saver.
Exactly. Categorizing, counting, identifying, constructing, and judging. We can judge.
Yes.
The last activity here we do judge.
So evaluation.
Yes, and communication, how much is it? Here is the change. This, and I might tailor a different activity for that. And how much do we need?
It's a higher level of thinking.
Exactly, like that Bloom's taxonomy. Do you buy your food from a supermarket or a grocery? This is culture. And they might devise more and more questions. This is, from here comes the talent of the teacher. Okay. And now,
The challenges that my face class teacher.
okay.
First, what can both subject and language teachers do work effectively? This is the main challenge for each.
What do you think the main challenge of each of the subject teacher and the language teacher? Who is much more challenging? Yes, who is much more challenging?
Language teacher.
Subject or language? Those who are voting for subject, raise their hands, and those who are subject.
Both of them.
And language?
Both of them.
Why?
Both of them have.
Yes,
subject and language.
So those who are defending for subject teachers that are more challenging. Yes, please, Miss, can you say?
For language, we deal with four skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking.
Okay.
But with subject, we deal with reading and writing.
Only?
So
It's
what's happening in school already.
No, we deal with different subjects, different skills.
But we focus on reading and writing.
The point is not like that.
Hey, can I say something?
Yes, of course.
I think that
Just a minute.
the subject teacher has more challenges because for the subject teacher he has a content to be taught, so
Yeah.
cognition here is very important.
Yes.
And at the same time he needs language for communication. This is very important.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, طيب احنا we are listening يا جماعة. 21st century skills. Okay. Yes, mister. Just a minute. Yes, mister. Okay. Listen, please.
Subject teacher only wants his student to pass a test.
Okay.
Only I focus how to make him excellent at answering the test. To do A.
Yeah.
But to give him language and teach him the four skills, how to speak, how to understand. If he already did this, he can answer any test.
Can I?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Just Mr. وبعدين okay. تفضل
Both
Mr.
of them have challenges.
Both.
Okay. Because when subject teacher have the information that you want to teach, but it lacks the language. Sometimes.
Subject teachers might lack the language.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But the teacher
of the language, of the English language, or the language.
Lacks the information.
Okay.
That can convey his point of view.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm siding with this point here. Yes. Go ahead, Asma.
Right. Well, I think the subject teacher has, as they said, he has or she has the content, mainly the kind of information that he needs to pass to the students.
Yes.
What makes it more challenging for the language teacher is that you need to teach the students the skills, the lifelong skills. You don't teach them information. If you get, I guess, if they get the skill, then I guess you can leave them to go through life, through any kind of subject, any kind of information, any kind of knowledge, because